welcome to Net Talk TV. Here at Net Talk TV, we'll be looking at internet videos all about life, success, personal development and personal growth. Then what we'll be doing is giving our personal opinions and thoughts on those videos. My name's Leyandra Van Sertima and I'm a health and life coach and a motivational speaker. And to my left I have...
David Daniels, author of the book From Shy to Facebook Live.
And on my right I have...
John Dubois, a motivational speaker and an entrepreneur.
So the first video we're going to look at today on Net Talk TV is my choice. It's about a motivational speaker called Lisa Nichols and she's been interviewed by Thomas Billieu. Here we go.
Or to answer your question, I'm in Inglewood, living off Arborvitae. I'm on government assistance and I run out of money and I had to buy Pampers for Jelani. And I had $11.42 in the bank. And I remember wrapping my son in a towel for 2 days. You know, someone said, because when I tell the story, I always get teary-eyed. And someone said, do you fabricate the tears because you've told the story so much? No, I'm a mama. Every time I tell the story, I feel it again. I remember the second day, like you said, I had my hand on Jelani's stomach, and I said, don't worry, baby. Mommy will never be this broke or broken again. And that day, what shifted for me was I was willing, and I don't know if this is going to sound crazy, I was willing to completely die to any form of me that I had been so that I can birth the woman that I was becoming. The reason why a lot of people won't become who they want is because they're too attached to who they've been. And you hear it all the time when people say, I've always been this way. Okay, well, if that's working for you, keep doing that. I knew it wasn't working for me any longer. I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything and everybody. See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through. You're trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them.
So that was Lisa Nichols being interviewed by Tom Billieu. So I thought in regards to that video, that really touched me, that video did. When I first ever came across that particular video, I'm not going to lie, it brought tears to my eyes because I remember seeing that video in a very dark place. And when she spoke out from every diversity that she'd gone through and how it wasn't just her she was fighting for, it was her child as well, and she was willing to give up who she was to become who she was going to be. It was like she decided like that was it. And it really spoke out in the sense of I thought to myself, anyone can do that. If you want to make a change, you just have to say, I'm going to do it. And then you will find a way to do it. If you've got real motivation to do it, you will do it.
I know Lisa Nichols, I've seen her video, she's an amazing speaker, she really speaks from the heart. There was so much in that video, 3 or 4 points she went into, I could talk for hours on it. I think for me, just seeing the interviewer's reaction, like his mouth was like wide open, it was just like, her story is just captivating. And I think what she was getting across is about how to be yourself, how to be authentic you, which is a subject close to my heart. It's a subject I'm going to be speaking about in a few days, how to be yourself and not be like everyone else. And she was talking about social media and liking yourself before seeking other likes. And I'll be honest, I don't understand why, to a degree, why people put filters on their Insta posts and all the rest of it, because I think there's one thing I've learned from my own journey on social media. If you're just yourself, people will like you anyway. It's like, rather than going to seek likes, if you're just yourself, someone will resonate with you and like and comment anyway. So I don't really get the whole.
I thought it was very, very powerful in terms of how she made that promise to her son.
Definitely. I saw, you know, when she actually said it, when she was saying that she made that promise, you then instantly saw the emotions that went through her, and I could see that emotion literally like burst into the audience because you saw everyone else starting to cry, and then I felt it and I was like, I'm gonna cry. Like, hold it together, Leyandra. Hold it together. But yeah, it was really, really, really powerful message.
Yeah, I think for me it's just evidence where as humans we tolerate a lot of pain or will tolerate a situation, talking about afraid of change, so if you're in an abusive relationship, it's what you know, so you're prepared. And sometimes you get to that breaking point she talked about, she had a child in the town, and you thought, there's no going back. And you can see what happens. Sometimes we need to be broken down that low to reach up for the stars.
Definitely. I think once you're down there, you have only other way to get is back up. And from my own experience, because there was times when I've been in a dark place and I've looked at this video and I was like, do you know what? That's it. I'm making this change. This is going to happen. I told myself how I decided my life was going to be, and then there was no how it was just going to happen. There was no other way. So I think that really talks out to other people, that they can see, like you said, as evidence. You can see evidence of that happening.
It's a really good choice of video.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Good video.
Thank you both, and thank you both for your great reviews as well. We're going to have a little look at the next video, which is going to be John's video. John, would you like to introduce your video?
And this next video is a 1-minute video for the one and only Will Smith, which he has a powerful message to actually share with us all. Thank you. Here we go.
I love living. I think that's infectious. It's something that you can't fake. Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period. It's that simple.
I know who I am, and I know what I believe.
I know who I am, I know what I believe.
That's all I need to know.
And that's all I need to know. So from there, you do what you need to do. You know, and I think what happens is we make this situation more complex than it has to be.
Because we're looking for complexity. There's got to be something complex to understand.
It can't be that easy.
No.
We didn't grow up with the sense that where we were was where we were going to be. You know, we grew up with the sense that where we were almost didn't matter because
we were becoming
something greater.
Okay, so that was the big Will Smith and this powerful message. Very, very powerful motivational video. I mean, I think my first thing that I love of that was very much that starting point of I love living, loving life, you know, and that is infectious. You know, me myself, I make it very, very clear to people that I'm gonna be on this planet until I've actually done my thing. You know, and I'm going to continue enjoy. I have no intention whatsoever of being in like a home. Because personally, for me, I need to be out there, and I'm going to enjoy myself to the very, very end, and then I'll be like, peace, done. You know, that's the way. Yeah.
Peace out, done.
You know what I mean?
Drop, boom.
What out? You know what I mean? That's like, to me. I want to live my life because life is worth living. That for me to sort of like just shelve everything away and say, okay, I'm done, I don't get it. I just don't get it, you know, because you only get one life, you know?
Definitely.
You know, so yeah, for me, I think that's very, very powerful, and especially in terms of, you know, just believing in who you are and just knowing what you're going for and believing in yourself. I don't feel enough people actually believe in themselves, and I think it's kind of sad, especially now, with youths and everything like that, they don't believe in themselves and they kind of feel they have to be someone else to be someone or be something, but they don't. You know, they just need to be themselves.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think as well, maybe sometimes people don't know who they are. That's probably why. Because as Will Smith said on there, he was like, you have to be, it's simple. The equation is simple to be successful. Just know who you are, know what you want, and then just go and get it. Have no excuses, just do it. But a lot of people don't know who they are, so it's a bit hard to, and I think that's the most challenging part to begin with, is knowing who you are and what you want from life, what you really want and who you really are. You have to invest a lot of time and effort into that situation first, and I don't think people, they generally don't give themselves enough time to have that, to find out who they are.
It is that crazy sort of thing of, is it like, it's that simple? You know what I mean?
But yeah, simple's not always easy.
Mm.
Not always easy. I think what you're saying is very true about knowing who you are, but I don't think we're encouraged to find out who we are.
I
Yeah.
completely
We're
agree
told
with that,
who
yeah.
we are.
Yes,
I
from
remember my
very
school
young.
days, careers advisor at 16 telling me I need to know what I should be doing with the rest of my life, and if I don't, there's something wrong with me. I think there's a common theme here with Lisa Nichols and Will Smith. They both know who they are.
Yeah.
And Will, again, short clip, but so much in that.
Yes, yeah.
What I take away from that, very intentional about what he said. His words were very intentional. And knowing a little bit about Will Smith, about when he was in this period, like filming films that were just hitting #1, Box Independence Day. He was very strategic. He looked at trends and what was going on.
Yeah.
People just think he's a funny guy. The Fresh Prince is crazy. I mean, he's a very clever guy, and he's very intentional, very strategic, and he sets out his plans and he goes after it. And I think there's another quote. He says, "You may be more skillful than me, but no one will work harder than me.
Yes.
I will outwork
anyone."
And that last point where it says there's no shortcuts to success. I think people underestimate the discipline of hard work.
Yes,
Yeah.
they definitely.
It's not glamorous. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Hard work, patience, you might say those old-fashioned virtues they're still relevant today.
Yeah.
I 100%, million% agree with that. I've always been a true believer. If you really want it, then go and get it. You can have it.
Yeah.
You can have it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, John, for that video and for both your great reviews. Our next video that we're going to have a little look at is David's Choice.
Yes, last but not least on Net Talk TV is a video. It's a collection of news clips about a very interesting young guy by the name of John Luzunis. I hope you enjoy. I hope it's going to bring up plenty of talking points.
John Luzonis, he made his first dollar at age 10.
Plus, he is just 13 years old and already the CEO of his own business.
My next guest says your little kid can make a big fortune.
Author of Kid Trillionaire
is John Luzonis, and he's a
published author.
I love it.
No, I'm just kidding. But...
I love it. Okay.
Are you a kid trillionaire?
Oh, that depends on how many books I get you to buy after the show. So when I was younger, I wanted to make money. But I didn't know how. So I read books on making money, I listened to podcasts on making money, and more importantly, I went to several business and marketing events and conferences.
What is your math level now?
Oh, we stopped when I was 8 years old. I finished calculus, or I started calculus, and Dad decided I didn't need to do math anymore.
Because you're just going to count the money.
When did you make your first dollar?
I was only 10 years old.
Before we go, what comes after $1 trillion?
Oh, I don't know, but don't tell Congress.
Because you're just going to count the money.
John, you are on your way. I'm going to network with you on the commercial break. Thank you so much for coming down.
Only social media I'm on is LinkedIn.
Wait. 13 years old, you got a LinkedIn account, huh?
Yeah.
What are you using a LinkedIn account for?
I use it to generate business and reach out to potential clients.
I like it. Can I borrow some money? He just laughed.
I love it. Well, you are a wealth of information at such a young age. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it.
Because you're just going to count the money.
It's already his show. It's already his show. It's already his show.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, that was a collection of news clips around a young child called John Luzonis. The reason I chose that video was for a number of reasons. I found out about John Luzonis through his dad, Daniel Luzonis, who he's home educated him. And now he's doing these things that most adults wouldn't even dream about. And part of my mission, or what I want to do in life, is kind of redefine what people's ideas and perceptions are about certain things. So one of these, if you watch it again, I think the second presenter, and he kind of looks at him funny, and then there's a presenter in the end is going, like the stuff the kid is doing, or this blindness. And my question is, why are we amazed at what he's doing? Is it that we underestimate the power of our mind? So this kid is, there's so much I can talk about this. I mean, he didn't even call his book Kid Millionaire. He called his book Kid Trillionaire. I don't think he's a trillionaire yet, but even calling his book that, it's just a different way of thinking. And my thing is, have we been undersold? And I'm talking about the state education system. To think that a kid who's doing those things, we kind of think, oh, that's amazing. Why is it amazing? Why are we not going for this thing? The mind is so powerful. and I think we underutilise what we have. And it just reminded me of my own story, first 4 years of my life not speaking at all, going through dealing with extreme shyness, growing up in a council estate, growing up with no father. Statistics will tell you my life is only supposed to go down one way, and part of my journey and my success so far is kind of redefining those statistics.
I couldn't actually agree with you more. Like, I think the way you just said that was absolutely amazing. Like, I 1,000,000% agree with you. Why we have underestimated ourselves and we have been taught to do that. That kid is absolutely extraordinary. Like, he was something else. It makes me so happy to see. It makes me so happy to see like someone so young doing so well for himself and being a great inspiration to our future generations as well. I think it's amazing. I wish we could have more kids like him in the world.
I don't think, in a weird way, okay, I don't disagree, but I don't think that we've undersold ourselves. I think that in our society, we've been told so much where we are in place that a lot of people just sort of see it as like, okay, I'm not going to get that much further than here. You know?
I do understand, I get what you're saying.
It's that sort of thing of, this is your level and this is as far as you're going to get. I know I've had it many times when I was in high school and I was told, I had it on my reports, John's not going to go far.
But then you started to tell yourself that you weren't going to go far, and that had a knock-on effect.
And when they've stopped, exactly that. You're telling yourself that same story. And there's almost seems like social bullying. You know, if you keep on telling someone that they're ugly, then they'll start to believe that and they'll start to tell that to themselves. So you don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think that is very much a point of, if you tell your child that they're going, that, you know what, don't worry about that. You can do better than that. You can move up. You can really make something of yourself. Right, it's coming true. And he's got it right in terms of actually calling his book and the Kid Trillionaire, right? Because, to be fair, who are you? Who are we? Who is anyone to turn around and say that you're not going to make it as a kid trillionaire?
Exactly.
You know, and for him to actually say that, he's already prophesised his future.
Yeah, he's a visionary, that boy.
Yeah, as we're thinking, also we think trillionaire, we think of money, but I'm thinking he's got a trillionaire mindset.
Yeah.
For me, and I get quite passionate about this, so somewhere along there you're going to have to cut me off.
No, you go,
so
David.
For me,
take it away.
Education. For me, education, if you can learn to read and you can learn to do maths, the world is your oyster. And there are people making successes without even doing that.
Yeah.
With the amount of books you can read. When was the last time you went to state school? Then they were reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What books are they giving them in school?
Yeah.
Who are the authors of the books? I remember coming across this guy, and he was at university, and he was learning business, and he asked the professor, what businesses have you run? And the professor, serious question, he thought he was being cheeky, and the professor said, none. He said, what can you teach me about running a business? And he quit.
Yeah.
And he was called a rebel. Is it any surprise that most of the entrepreneurs were high school dropouts?
Thank you both again for those great reviews on the video, and thank you, David, for that video.
That's right.
Amazing video.
Yeah.
I've calmed down a bit.
Yeah, it's all right.
That brings us to the end of this week's show. So thank you for joining us here at Net Talk TV.
Thank you for joining us on Net Talk TV and actually watching our motivational videos and actually listening to our reviews as well on them.
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show and feel motivated to watch more.
Thanks again, everyone, for watching Net Talk TV, and thank you both for joining me. It's been an amazing time on the show with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for watching Net Talk TV. See you all next time. Bye.
Bye.